Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ESL 1, Battlefield 4 Spring Championship Finals. We are almost at the end of the day. We do just have one more game to go today. Plenty of action still to come tomorrow from the resumption of Group A and, of course, the finish of Group B, the semi-finals and the grand finals. Dogbert is back with me. Are you as pumped as the rest of your team right now after that win?
I must admit, I was standing up and waving my hands quite a lot during any squad wipe or 1v1 it went that
You're
way.
supposed to be unbiased back there. You're supposed to have no bias whatsoever.
It's actually, as a long-time Newcastle supporter, I am just as upset over my own team and tell everyone about it. So I'm perfectly serious.
No, I'm joking, obviously. I think you're actually the harshest critic of your own team.
Yeah, it gets pretty bad after a while. They hate me sometimes.
Yeah, I bet they do. They watch the VODs back and be like, we're not letting Dogbert talk about us anymore. On a serious note, really good victory for Dignitas. As a team, as a set of players, they thrive off that kind of adrenaline rush and the hype, and we saw how hyped they were. How much do you think that helps them now going into this final?
I think it will help them a lot, and this is an interesting thing. They just took out the previous champions.
Yeah.
2-0, close-fought games, definitely, but ones that shown that they can rise from being behind it, and that was something which surprised me a lot. But now they're going up against a team which they took to 2-1s and lost both of them. And in both times, they were close for games as well. So this is kind of a revenge game for Dig, but Pyro look a little shaky, so maybe this is their time to get some revenge.
Okay, I mean, a little bit unlike Fnatic and Epsilon, these two are actually very good friends, and there's already been an exchange of banter, hugs and stuff between them, so we can't really build it up as a grudge match. But I know Dignitas were very upset when they lost by that one ticket before against PyRoGEN, and I know they want blood this time. They might be friends when they're not playing, but when the timer goes to 0, it's all no holds barred, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you were that close, literally a ticket, and that's something about that game, which is why we liked. They learned from their mistakes. They were far ahead. They just needed to get a few tickets away, and what Dig had used to do, which is pile into flags, and Wahlberg, like he was saying there, held back. Was the beacon, was the spawn point. Classic Battlefield from BF2 since the spawns have come in and been a part of the game. Holding back when you just want to rush in and win the game, that was key, and that's what won the game. If they can keep it up, it's good. Great
point, and great poise for him, you know, especially because he's so hyped, and you just think of him as a gung-ho maverick that will just go running into the firefight. For him to hold that back, even more impressive. Let's take a look at the brackets. If you're just joining us and you've missed a little bit of the action, don't worry. You have come to the right place. It's PyRoGEN versus Team Dignitas in the upper bracket final for a place in the semi-finals. Fnatic already there from Group A, and as you can see, Meet Your Makers dropping down to play ESC in the lower bracket. That's going to be played tomorrow alongside the lower bracket final to decide the final team through. We'll also have the lower bracket final from Group A as well. So those teams got a little bit of a disadvantage. You've got to play a few more games, obviously, tomorrow. How important is it for Dignitas to now win this group safely, go through, avoid Fnatic, and have a shot at the final?
To go through an entire day with just victory means everything for a team. To have a stop and a start like what they did last time, they won their first game, then lost the second one. You want to feel good, but you can't. You've been defeated, and you've got to come back tomorrow. So for Dignitas, I know what they want. They want to just go straight through today and make sure no one remembers what happened last time.
Yeah, I think in a similar way to Fnatic, really, that they want to wipe away the tears of defeat from last year and just put it all behind them. PyRoGEN, though, they've been here before. They know how to win, and we saw them in the grand final last season. So they're not going to really be filled. I don't know if you caught the interview with Ikaho earlier on, but he was very calm, very assured. You know, I asked him about pressure. You know, it's different pressure this season. The last season, they were the underdogs. No one gave them a hope in hell. Everyone was rejoicing to the fact that they got to the final, and it was great. Now, everyone expects them to do much better. They're a top 4 team. They've shown that through the regular season. Much more pressure, but they don't seem to be feeling it.
No, and I think, well, especially if you're talking Aiko, that guy's just cool. He's so relaxed all the time. I don't know what it is about him, but he just seems to always be like that. It's obviously the koala he has sitting guarding his bungee, but no, he's just relaxed. But I don't know if that's the entire team. I think you'd just be catching one person who's pretty cool. The rest of them are slightly more animated.
All right, okay. Well, thank you very much, Dogbert, as ever. It's been great having you here. We'll see you again tomorrow. And don't forget, you can still vote on the final game of the day. You can also vote on the games that we'll have tomorrow for a chance at winning one of our 2 fabulous Razer prizes, either the mouse or the headset, which will go to the top 2 players in the Poll League. Just go to esl-1.com and then click on Battlefield 4, go to the schedule, find the game you want, and vote right now on who you think will take the next game. Is it Team Dignitas or Team LDLC PyRoGEN? Let's find out with our final game of the evening with Lauren and Jason.
Thank you very much, Red Eye, for not using a pun this time to throw it over here to the caster desk. I'm really not enjoying these dad jokes, but it makes me miss my dad at home, I guess. But anyways, yes, the final game of the day. It's gonna be Dignitas.
Do you look at do you look at Red Eye like your dad?
No, Red Eye's older.
That's a good point. Sorry,
no, but we're going against Dignitas and PyRoGEN here, and we have, in my opinion, two very different routes to get here for each team.
Yeah.
And it was kind of night and day between them.
Yeah, Dignitas had probably the harder game, I think is safer to say on paper.
Yeah.
On paper. And they performed excellently. PyRoGEN had a very hard game in the fact that ESE truly stepped up. So we will be moving into the map choices, and this is a big moment for these guys. We know what some of the teams favor. What they know is their strong point for the opposition. Shanghai being taken away. That's Dignitas removing that one.
Sorry, while I was just sitting there like trying to...
Like,
any ladies here?
And actually Railway being removed. Dignitas have been working on that one a lot. I think that's going to be a common sight that they're not going to be able to play that. We're probably going to be down to the same maps. I don't think Storm will be in here, really. I'm not sure if maybe one of the teams feel confident. I don't think it's going to be in here, though.
I think Locker's going to get kicked out.
Could be Locker.
I don't see Locker kicked out with Zavod first, Dawnbreaker second, Parasol Storm third.
I think Storm's going to be removed. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to the safety maps, basically.
Just glad he didn't look at me and smile like, haha, I told you so. You got the first map pick, right? So Zavod going to be picked by the side Dignitas, and they look strong on it, obviously.
They looked very strong on that, yeah. Certainly had their strategies working well. Locker will be second, then Dawnbreaker will be third. And let's see what they're going on Wildberg there, just giving the love around, but we will be getting ourselves towards the game now, and that's what we're waiting on. Now, Dignitas on a massive high point. I think you can see that right there. They're a dangerous side when they get the confidence there.
Really? He's no Hercubot. He's no Ocelot. That wink does not do anything to me.
Don't you lie. Twitch chat's having a great time right now. Give us a capper if you enjoyed it. That's all I'm saying.
But anyways, I mean, we should talk about this because this is a different game. PyRoGEN, Dignitas, PyRoGEN, obviously.
I can't take these guys seriously when they...
That is like the creepiest...
Oh, wow, he's gone all out creepy. There you go.
You can't...
You go from creepy to koala. That's just not on, man. You can't do that. But anyway.
It's just not on, man.
My feelings are so confused. But the koala, obviously, with the PyRoGEN there. But you had the pleasure of casting these guys earlier. I've not really had an opportunity yet. How did they play? You know, was it the PyRoGEN we know, or were they a little bit weaker?
A little bit might be an understatement and being weaker. They just, I mean, it's hard always to look back at a game and be like, was it Team A playing bad or Team B playing exceptionally well? And I feel like ESC, yes, I would definitely say they played well. But PyRoGEN did not play like the team that we saw them back last season, not the team that we saw throughout the season. And I'm a little bit worried. Honestly, if I were to look at this and come down this game, which right now, you know, I'm not going to lie, Dogbert and I have a 100% win rate right now on picks.
That's a lie. You lied earlier and said
How?
I brought it up on stream. You can watch it back. You can head over to VODs. When you were like, who's going to go through? I always knew Infamous were going to do well. Jason has picked Fnatic Epsilon. And that's what you said on the analysis desk with Paul. I called you out on your lies, Jason.
Yeah, but right now, we haven't seen the final game of Group A yet.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You called it back then.
And I even said Epsilon will lose the first game and they'll come back through.
No, you didn't.
Dogbert, I said that one. But anyways, back to what I was saying, since I'm the guru here on what's right.
No, you're a liar, is what you are. Going out right now. See, I can change my predictions whenever I want to. You know, I can be like, yeah, I always knew Dignitas were going to win the first game. Hey, guess who I put through to go through out of the groups for my predictions? Dignitas. You good there?
You done? You done?
I can't keep going.
We'll keep going then.
All right, so like, in my infinite knowledge, if you do want to check out the article I wrote, do look it up. I'll put a little link out there, you know. I'll put it out there. They call me Pansy just to annoy him more. You know, check it out. I said Dignitas would do well in this, and I put them down as a team to go through, even though PyRoGEN would be a threat. God, the knowledge bombs. You good? I'm done now.
You're done?
Yeah.
You're done being a word that I can't say on air?
Awesome, you could say that.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. So I personally feel that this is going to be actually a whitewash. I feel like Dignitas are just going to walk all over them. PyRoGEN did not look like the team that we needed them to, or needed to see out of them in their first game against ESC. And Dignitas, they just... You heard them. I mean, you could probably hear them from the studio here when Wiley was just screaming. Well, it's getting so pumped up.
We'd tune in to listen to Meter Makers, and we just heard Wahlberg pretty much.
Yeah, that's the thing. Safe was so quiet in those games.
Which is really uncommon.
The weird thing is, though, okay, so I know he's having like a throat problem right now, like really sore, so that could be why he's been taking some medicine before he actually went to go play, but still, I would imagine that's not going to be something that stops him.
Well, maybe that not feeling well, feeling off his game might be hurting his progress a little bit there, or maybe kind of put him off his game a little bit and kind of made him struggle. But I think you got to look beyond it. That was just a very well played out game from both teams. And Dignitas, I was speaking outside to Wahlberg then. He literally said it came down to very small moments, the 1v1s that just went in our favor, and there's not a lot you can do to change that. It's how the cookie crumbles. And they're going to be looking at this the same way. They're in a lot lighter spirits, though. We know the Dignitas mindset. They're pretty chilled out guys. They want to, keep in that fun, mentality. But we're going to see if they can make it actually turn into a victory here, because I think we're just about ready to get live. I'm going to stick with Dignitas in this one. I think PyRoGEN, though, they know this opponent well. You anti-strat teams like this between each other. I think that's where the difference may come in. You may not look at ESL and go, John, we need to anti-strat these guys. This time around, you will.
Looking at past results between these two teams as well. In Cup 2, PyRoGEN did win 2-1 against them, but Cup 3, Dignitas smashed them 2-0.
Yeah, it's this back and forth, though, you know what I mean?
But I feel like Dignitas got better at the end, because remember we saw them in the groups? It was ridiculous. They probably look like the best team we've ever seen so far. But right now, we're going to kick this one off here, obviously. Get underway on Zavod here. It's going to be the final game of the day. It's going to be Dignitas up against PyRoGEN. Dignitas over on the Russian side, PyRoGEN over on the US. And what do you expect early here? Because already we have a two-man push towards the A flag out of PyRoGEN.
What I expected is not what's happening there. Well, actually, they've done this before, and it doesn't really go well. They go for these fast rotates. And I don't like their playstyle on this map, personally, the PyRoGEN side. They're a very talented team, but I don't like the way they do it. So at the moment, we have seen C being theirs, a small challenge out on B with not the best numbers, but it has allowed Benny the time to get over towards this side. That's some good work to open up with. He's going to find Wahlberg, which might give them a little turn of events here by picking up on A. And them still having Melisium in a position like this means if he can get somewhere safer, he can get some respawns towards him as well. So I think PyRoGEN's gameplay worked this time, but I don't like the way they play this map on occasion. But they have got the better start out of the two.
Yeah, they have, definitely. And honestly, they're going to actually surpass Dignitas here and take us in just a few seconds, as it's almost a complete wipe up towards that top side here. So Dignitas, fortunately, not going to get control of A. And one thing actually, I do want to do within Dignitas, because, you heard them against Meet Your Makers. You heard how pumped up. You can hear, obviously, Walu just screaming whenever they did get a kill here. And I actually want to listen to him yet again. So let's actually take a look in and actually listen on how their comms are going so far in this game.
I'm ready. Go. Turk, stay.
I'm ready.
Go middle now.
Left stairs. Well, he's slow. Downstairs. They're spawning on him.
Oh, two
more.
Nading in.
Fuck, I got the wrong nade. Got one.
Nice one.
Got two. Nice.
Nice.
One more. I got one.
Two, actually, I think.
I got two.
Nice.
Yeah, let's turn them back down again before they say anything again that they don't want to say. But anyways, and you heard Dignitas. They're communicating. It's very quick. It's very to the point, and it's very on point as well.
Yeah, and the take on towards C then was extraordinarily well done. And, well, they're now looking to even cause more trouble and at least hold up the opponents. And by challenging out on A, it's bought time to reinforce the sites they feel might be hit next. So Sneaky coming over towards C, waiting for Hexus and Melisium to make their move. And let's see if Dignitas can kind of keep hold here.
And this is the really scary part about Dignitas as well, because we've seen them, and they are, to me, the best team on Zavod. And when they get C, they cannot be pushed away. And Sneaky picking up 2 big kills, so there stops the push. Like, him basically just getting those 2 kills has forced PyRoGEN to wait here. And he's actually picking up another one, it seems, right there. And again, they are so hard to push away from C, and they're showing it right there. They didn't take a single casualty, and they were able to pick up 4 kills.
Yeah, he's doing the lap of honor afterwards, just going around. He knows they're still around here because he could hear the reviver. He saw the revive. He saw a player up they'd previously taken down. So time to go for a peek again. He does get one, finally gets shut down there. So alarm bells will be ringing to the rest of Dignitas saying, guys, get reinforcing towards that C site. Get some bodies in here because this is where the push is coming through. Wahlberg will be the man standing here. He does take down Melisium, but can he withhold against 2 more? Sneak goes up for peek. He's going to claim it. Goes back for seconds. It's Wahlberg to pick it up and a defense onto C that is going to make every team jealous here. Perfectly held, but B looking vulnerable. They're going to have to go out towards A.
And this is what I was saying, that to me, Dignitas are just going to walk over PyRoGEN on this map because they are so strong. Yeah, they lost control of B, but immediately they're over towards A flag. There's actually a kill, unfortunately, with Frantic being taken down right there. And they aren't able to cap it over just yet here, but we see Foster trying to make a move on to C here. They have 3-4 men there now against 1 man on the side of Dignitas. It's going to be Sneaky who gets dropped immediately here. So right now, they have PyRoGEN ahead of the curve. They have a 2-cap here, and they're going to have the positions that they want. Even Hexus is over towards the A flag at the same time, trying to hold that push off. He's trying to distract for a little bit, but he will be taken down in just a few seconds.
Well, let's find out. He does get the first. He does drop eventually. But in the meantime, the 3-man squad of Dignitas will be making their move towards this B side. And I think that's the right choice for them to be making, trying to really deny an easy pickup, obviously with C remaining in the hands of PyRoGEN there. And the complementary side being that B side. And here comes the hit on towards the C side. This could be a triple cap. There's no one there to defend it. The back spawns coming for PyRoGEN are going to just completely throttle what they may have been able to do. And now Wahlberg can just get set up nicely, as can Jerk, if I can speak English. And now Dignitas in a good position again. Ideal setup, well-rounded, Sneaky in a good position to wait for the cross, play for the spots, and then go for a possible Sneaky to push towards A, or just play for the mid-control.
Looks like he's playing for mid-control now, or at least a little bit of defense. He's going to be flanking them from the backside. Jerk trying to hold on, waiting for his teammates to get in there. You don't see him rushing down just yet. He starts to push in, and it looks like they're going to be able to defend this here. They have enough men from Dignitas, but immediately we see PyRoGEN send 2 people over towards the B flag. They're able to neutralize it, and Walu, he will be that man to go 1v2 up against them mano-a-mano. Well, I guess that's only 1v1, but he's going to be 1v2 either way. And he's looking for the kills, but he will be taken out from the backside. But the rest of Dignitas are there to back him up. It's going to be a 3-on-3 now. But still, PyRoGEN are winning the battles, and it's forcing Dignitas to back towards C.
But to be fair, Wahlberg's work then, he spotted out how many players they committed towards B. Therefore, if I was in their shoes, I'd be like, okay, Sneaky, get over towards the point he's at right now. Get over towards A. We know they're going to defend us and then push towards this C side. So now they need to hunker down and get ready to kind of embrace the storm that's incoming, which is PyRoGEN. The tickets, though, are getting low for PyRoGEN. And let's bear in mind, Dignitas have only just dropped below 100. So Dig looking really strong. Great little bit of work from Jaquili and Frantic there. And finally, A will be going back over, but that backspawn for Wahlberg could mean an immediate challenge there.
And they pretty much held 3v4 there too, so I'm going to pick up quite a few kills, but they did lose control of A, obviously, but they will be back very, very quickly. So this 30-ticket lead is going to be maintained for a little bit longer. Right now, we can look at kills. You know, Walu 10-8 currently, Sneaky 12-5 on the side of Dignitas, but here comes that push out of LDLC, PyRoGEN over onto the C flag. And once they're able to pick up the first kill, they have 4 more men to worry about right now, and I'm not sure if they have enough men to really hold on to this one.
I don't think they do either. They're now being kind of pushed out towards the upper level, which obviously can be countered by players just playing smart down here. Melicium's nade not doing the work he wanted, but Flash will come through, find Wahlberg, but still one man stands and the damage comes through, but it's a flat-out exchange. Reinforcements arriving for both sides, but PyRoGEN will walk away in control there. And now where else can they pick up? This could be a triple cap if Dignitas aren't careful.
And Jerk is back towards A, so he's looking to at least avoid that triple cap for a little bit longer here. We'll be able to neutralize it in time, but still, they're up only about 26 tickets here as that's still falling lower and lower. And now Dignitas, they're the ones attacking onto the C flag. See Sneaky pushing, all the explosions going off left and right, and they are shut down yet again here. PyRoGEN, this is not the PyRoGEN we saw play against ESC earlier on, and let's see if they can keep this up, obviously, as we're going to have them starting to push in and maybe hit that C flag.
So we'll find out in a moment's time. Jaquili has picked it up, but let's see how they deal with now the onslaught of Dignitas and tune in with PyRoGEN.
Ça arrive tunnel. Il y en a 2 en bas. Tunnel. Il faut que vous waitez tunnel.
J'ai le tunnel, totalement.
Il y en a 2 sur le C.
Un XCC.
Spawn sur B, on va défendre le B. Ah non, sur B. Encore un, je sais pas où il est. B2 Spoten. Il est low, vas-y. Merde, j'ai pas vu.
Merde.
Il y en a 2. J'arrive. Il y en a 2 C. Attends, on va spawn flash.
Il y en a qui push.
Flash spawn sur E4.
E4. Et ça respawn en C encore.
Dans les esclaves. Encore un.
Encore un en B, putain les mecs.
Bossez, allez.
Un mort en bas,
J'en ai 2 en B.
Flash te reste, je repars.
Je repars.
Repartez à, je cap.
Il y en a 2 B, sur les tanks B2, fais gaffe.
Attention mid. Spoté.
Well, unluckily, all you French viewers out there are going to be able to understand what they're saying because we don't. But either way, again, sounds like there's a lot of good communication going on. They're calling out the spots, calling out the players. And well, right now, they're giving Dignitas a run for their money. 55-42 in tickets. And Dignitas, well, they're struggling.
Yeah, Jerk just pulling a bit of a Kobe Bryant, then just dropping down the nades towards Ikaho. He's going to be taken down the end, but Wahlberg's in trouble now. 1v3 against him. A couple of players pushing across, and this is where we see the tickets getting close. Dignitas need to kick it up a gear again, like we know they can if they want to pick this one up, because this is where we know the French teams can get dangerous. They're happy playing this AC hold, leaving someone out towards B. They may not always agree that the BC hold is ideal. So right now, Dignitas struggling to get themselves back in here. Good little back spawn though from Wildberg, coming around the back, sneaky with him. Benny goes down, that's A open for the taking. They might go for a swift couple of respawns towards Sneaky and push straight in to try and cut them off as they make their move towards that B point. And this could go a triple cap if they're not careful. PyRoGEN has spread themselves too thin here. C is now open for the taking. It's going to be Frantic holding on towards this B point. If they don't get the kills, they will struggle here. C is just about staying in their hands, but they could not push across towards B.
What we just saw right there on the overview was that top left spawn out of Melissa, and the random spawn actually going to be able to have him go for a back cap on A. But all the action is breaking down at B here. See a lot of fighting right there. In the meantime, Melissa will get the cap on A here, it seems. But there's still 2 men on each team actually pushing towards B, and it will be Sneaky, the last man there. And Wallow, here's the man over towards A. He spots him out as well. And he's going to take his time. He's not rushing into this. Spots him out. Doesn't get the kill. And that actually might be very bad because the guy's able to run away from this one. And he's still not able to get him. But he maintains it. He has a teammate pick it up in the end. And they're going to pick up an A flag here. Almost getting tri-cap there. But look at this. 24 to 29. I feel like we're watching Dignitas versus Meet Your Makers right now.
Very close game. Dignitas are in a good position to maybe convert towards this C sign if they can get in time, but those nades are going to hold them back. They're going to have to just pile in right now as they don't have a lot to work with. Sneaky goes down. It's a bloodbath right now. Currently, only Wahlberg stands against 3 of the opposition. I don't think he can do much here. He can't really get in for the revives, and he goes back to the tank that he knows and loves. They can kind of keep them under pressure a little bit, but leave the rest of his side hopefully to kind of reconsider options, because this is the play from PyRoGEN. They're going to come around out the side. This is PyRoGEN on the verge of walking away with an advantage in the first half here.
You're looking at me all smug like as PyRoGEN are doing very well. It's not the stomp that I was expecting out of Dignitas, and you gotta give credit to PyRoGEN because they're able to really come together in that little bit of a break that they did have right there. And 2 tickets left to go here with really no hopes of pulling a flag back. This will be PyRoGEN coming out with a 25 ticket lead here in this first half on the first map here in this best of 3.
Yeah, and I've got to say it, in my opinion, PyRoGEN played it a little bit better. And that's Dignitas looking a little bit more serious this time around. They've focused back up. They need to play basic Battlefield. They're trying to push a little much. They got kind of spread too thin. They got kind of pulled in to the French style of gameplay that can really happen. So I don't know if I'm truly loving the way that they were playing. Then they fell into the trap that is PyRoGEN at times. They have not the most, let's say they're not as definitive as Infamous in their play style, but they certainly have the French style to them, where it's, you know, they have very unorthodox holds or flags. They'll play to the ones that maybe don't complement each other perfectly. But then again, credit to Sneaky, you know, 20 to 13 throughout the game, but then you look over Flash and Hexus, 20 to 18, 21 to 13. Big kills, heavy hitters. It's hard to deny that.
I think Wallow took his hat off. I think that means he's getting serious here. I don't think they were expecting to really drop that first half, but I mean, you're definitely right. PyRoGEN playing like the other French teams that we see, doing some really unorthodox holds. And the thing is, maybe that caught Dignitas off guard. Maybe Dignitas weren't really prepared for it. And you know, I would assume that they've been able to really look into the way PyRoGEN are playing. And you can see right there, most people at home are rooting, or at least expecting Dignitas to win this one. And you know, maybe that needs to be changed a little bit, because PyRoGEN, they gave them a run for their money.
Well, PyRoGEN came second last season, you know, or the last grand finals. They're not a bad team at all. They're a very competent team, but this is the side that I think Dignitas can do well on. This is generally where they run with the 1 engineer, and they have that early peek across. It's frantic with that. I'm going to try and get set up for this as soon as we go live. I think we are almost ready to. So basically what it does, it gives them a good chance for the immediate B challenge. Now, on the US team, you have a good shot through this wall. He generally takes either this down or, you know, removes this kind of area here, whichever he feels comfortable with, and you get this beautiful line of sight to just get the spots, leave the rest of your side to challenge. But let's see if they fall for the same trap right now. And there we have it. Wall gets destroyed, and here comes Dignitas flooding forward. But will they go for the normal start? Will they go for the same beginning? Oh, just about missing 2 of them there. But this is an interesting way to start this one out.
Yeah, they're definitely adapting their strategy right now, and over on the US side, they were able to get the hold on C very quickly. They're actually trying to contest A at the same time, but you see at B, that's going to be going PyRoGEN's way, as they do have a 2v1 now. But Dignitas still holding strong. Still take it to 1v1 here, and not to mention, they're still fighting on all fronts. We actually have 1 man on Dignitas over towards A capping over, 1 man on PyRoGEN try to cap over C, and B is in the hands of Dignitas. This is a tri-cap potentially coming out here in just a few seconds, and that would be a fantastic start. Not to mention, when Dignitas are a very, very momentum-based team.
Oh, this is perfect. This is the start that I know they can do. This is why Railway gets banned against them. They have a very similar style to their beginnings, and you don't want to have that against you, to have an immediate deficit. No matter if you can turn it around in a couple of seconds, no one wants that. So A does have a chance of being taken back. B is, well, Sneaky is living up to that name, isn't he, right now? tucked in the corner, waiting for the push out, gets the respawns, gets him in the back, and it could be time to take B. Such smart play then, but they need to make it count towards the end now.
It looks like they should be able to pick it up. They have 3 men in the general area. The man on A was shut down here, but PyRoGEN, 132 tickets, just a little bit behind Dignitas, but if you honestly take into account the last half, it's a little bit different. But here we go. Ikaho pushing onto the C flag here. We'll be able to pick up the first kill, but will he pick up anything else? Because there's 3 men there. He picks up a second, but he will be dropped down. He still has 3 more men on his team there. What are you ready to push in? Sneaky in a very good position for him, but his teammates aren't surviving under the garage, and that forces him to play passive and wait. And not to mention, as you're spotting out there, and his Jerk going towards A flag and picking that up here. So we're gonna have a B trade in just a few seconds for PyRoGEN. And Dignitas, well, they're still fighting to just gain control of this game. Yeah, they got the tri-cap early on, but you see how quickly it turned away from them.
Yeah, it really did turn around very, very swiftly. So right now, Dignitas on a little bit of the back foot, and they could actually get triple capped against them right now. Penny's moving in, and I'm not sure if they even want to put too many resources towards it. They're not. They're going straight towards C. This is just to kind of offset the timing of PyRoGEN. This is them going aggressive and getting the job done. They've moved in. They've taken C. 4 players moving forward. They need to remember to cap it over, guys. Get those revives and now get over towards B. They've negated what PyRoGEN tried to do to draw them back towards A. Smart play. And this gives them a chance towards B, but now they need to get the bullets in the right place.
Not going to be a little bit tough for them, too. I mean, they don't look like they're aiming as well as they did against Meteor Makers, but either way, B still in their hands. They still have a 2-1 hold. The game scores pretty much even here, but they're going to swiftly lose out on B flag as you have 3 men for PyRoGEN working towards it, not to mention 1 man that was going towards the A flag got taken down here, and it's going to be a 1v1 for the C flag. Jerk trying to hold on. He obviously has his teammates in the general vicinity, but they're actually losing out on the B flag here. They're being taken down 1 by 1, and now Jerk is the last man in the squad. We might see the tri-cap happen yet again, and there he goes. Gets taken down, forcing wall on the random spawn, and they will be over at the A flag.
So we need to tune in with Dignitas, see how it's going for these guys, see what the comms are like.
Remember the split? Yeah. Take him down fast.
Yeah, I'll go,
don't let him.
One low C.
C, one dead.
Nice.
What do you like that?
Oh, he's not behind A. Kill him.
Ready for C.
Nice, Sneaky.
You got it.
Two under,
Stay
two
here.
under, two under.
Yep. Go for C. One upper on the B. Thanks. F5.
I'm ready for C.
I'm on
ready
tower.
for C. I'm ready for C.
Get C, get C.
Go.
One is coming
One
in
down.
from the
Yeah.
B5s.
One with
Towers
Nick,
one.
I'm not sure.
Towers
sure
one.
Tower down.
Going B. C main.
C main.
Tower still.
Wait, there's one more here. There's one more here.
Where?
Upstairs, jungle, turret.
C upper.
Yeah. C upper down one.
One more.
One more.
Turrets. Fuck's sake.
Beep. We're still here.
Yeah, we got it. Kill him. Tank, upper tank, he's low. 6 HP. Excellent.
Down.
Nice. Oh, the B.
More.
I'm
going for B.
Many.
Many on C. Fuck, I had the wrong nade again.
Oh, there he was.
Wait, it's game.
Okay.
Big group.
He's on water.
There's still a lot of tickets left.
Going star.
Depending on.
Still a lot of tickets left there, and that's quite a true phrase, but they need to get back into this game. Nades being a big issue, apparently.
Did I hear a drunk nade? Is he like, did he kill himself with a grenade?
No.
Oh.
No, he said wrong nade.
Oh. I thought I heard drunk nade. I don't know. Anyways, back to the game. Just like you're saying, the nades weren't really going their way, and they had a really good execution onto the C flag. But then, I guess they took a little bit too long, and PyRoGEN were able to respawn and get over there. But right now, Dignitas, they're only left on this A flag here. Remember, they can't drop below 25 tickets, or they will have lost out on this first map. Right now, they're trying to push into C, and they will be able to pick up the kills. They will be able to get control of it, and they will be able to at least fight from this now. But they're down, 26 tickets. That is a really bad position to be in here, and the respawns coming for PyRoGEN are actually at the A flag, so they have to send people out there as quick as possible, and there will be 1 kill for Sneaky. That will be able to help hold on to it just a little bit longer. But Dignitas, they need to get some traction right here, and like I was saying before, they're one of the strongest teams in locking down C and not letting anyone through, but they are not doing that this time. PyRoGEN seem to have found their kryptonite.
Well, right now, Sneaky's doing the job. You can see their setup. You can see it very well here, but they're struggling to maintain it at times because PyRoGEN are a very good team. There's a reason they finished 2nd overall in the prior tournament here. And now Sneaky will have to try and find this final member on towards this site, and he does get the flat-out exchange, but the flag's already in their favor. But look at that. There's the BC hold. They now need to be able to brace for impact on towards C. Jaquili is there, so nading through. Sneaky does find Flash, and there's a couple of the peaks coming out. So it seems that right now PyRoGEN have kind of lost out on a little bit of the pace they had, but Melissimo coming around the side could cause some real trouble here. And it's going to be Juquili on the end roll, the receiving end of that, as right now PyRoGEN moving in, doing the damage, getting the kills, and just one man really standing now. It's all on Wildberg, and he's going to have to just kind of cut the losses and maybe try and defend B.
Well, he can try, but there's obviously a lot of men out for PyRoGEN here. There's one man back towards A, just trying to hold on to it. It's a smart move, and you see Wallow kind of reinforcing B here, but this isn't actually, I guess, the right move for them because there's only one man heading for it. And yeah, that one man can be a nuisance and can actually, you know, cause a big problem, but well, he's going to sit there anyways. And there's going to be a 3-man push onto the C flag. It's a 3-on-2. And Juquili won't be taken out from the lower side. It looks like we will have Flasher pick up a second here. And then the last man standing, Jerk, trying to revive his teammates or something, maybe pick up the kill. Either way, he's not going to really be able to do that. I think he's going to have to sit back, wait for some respawns to come back in and do anything. But he will be able to pick up, actually, Frantic picking up 2. And that will be Wild picking up 1 as well with the respawns under. And they will lock down that C flag. They get the hold, and they have B as well. 2-1 now. And there's only one man standing. That is Ikaho on the side of PyRoGEN.
That was very well played down the end. Ikaho does get found, and you can see these spawns. They're not looking good, actually, and PyRoGEN are going to struggle getting back through to this. They're going to have to focus on maybe sending a 1A and try and work from there, maybe out towards B, but 58 to 51, a very close game. They're leaving these guys to gain some ground. It looks like B's the side they want. A nice shot from Melissimo there. I barely saw Sneaky, but clearly better eyes than I have. So let's see where they're heading towards. Let's look at the overview right now. And it looks like it's going to be a C hit coming in pretty damn hard. Hexus being one in there. Flashor probably doing the first in the door, but that's not gone well at all. Gets mowed down by Juquili. And now this 2-1 hold in favor to Dignitas is looking pretty dominant. Even sent someone around the back. That's Frantic coming in. And you can see the constant pressure that's on LDLC. Finally, PyRoGEN and Ikaho make their way through there, and it's actually Ikaho does get the tag and gets the kill in the end, and they might just about be able to retake C here, but already Dignitas looking like they want to challenge it.
Here we're talking about the site being the site that everyone throws bodies at, and it's becoming a real graveyard right now because it's both teams are just dying left and right here, but Dignitas able to get the lead back. Remember, 25 tickets, they already have that working against them. They have that disadvantage, and right now you see Ikaho working out towards B. There's no one there to defend against it, so they will get the 2-1 hold here unless Dignitas can fight them and keep them off it, which as you can see, they just unfortunately are not doing. But they're sending 3 men out there. They're looking to pick it up. They're looking to take this back here because they have to, or they will have lost out this first map. You see Wallow getting taken down. They actually get completely wiped there. Jerk and Frantic, the last 2 standing, and they're getting ever so closer to hitting that 25-point threshold.
Yeah, if I was Dignitas, I'll be a little bit worried right now, and you can see that PyRoGEN are moving in for the kill, really. Going to be heading down towards the lower site on C, trying to cap this one over. 25 tickets is not far away. You're going to need a squad wipe and a triple cap, if not an extended 2-1 to come out from Dig to turn this one through. And Sneaky looks like he wants to do it. He's taking down the first. Juquili finds the second. 1v1 on A is going to be massive. Frantic is going to be the man here. Only a couple of tickets now remain. 1 ticket left for Dignitas. It's near on over, surely. Frantic's doing what he can. They're trying to make this one hurt them. Couple of kills come in. Beautiful work. They must chip away as much as they can from PyRoGEN just to take away that morale going to the second game. But I think they know they're going to be struggling here. They are literally on the threshold. I've never seen it go beyond this, so I think they know they're in a bit of position now with only 2 left.
Yeah, that was it right there. They're going to get the cap on A. That will be the 2-1 hold. And that will be it. That will be PyRoGEN picking up the first map and taking us on to Locker here. That is a map we haven't seen today, and I'm actually curious to see why. But either way, I mean, PyRoGEN, if you think about them, they're a very strong team, and I feel like this is going to be a map that's going to really favor them. They did choose it. And Dignitas, I don't know. I feel like they're struggling. They're still at 25 tickets as the last one finally did get taken down. But there's no way they can win this one.
Yeah, they can't respawn anyone in. It got close. Just you know, it's a warm-up for them as well. That's what you know, obviously PyRoGEN needed. They need to get back on the confident state because they were struggling at the start of this. You know, they had a dire game against ESL earlier, but clearly warmed up now, clearly ready to go.
Sorry, I was like, you hurt my finger. Because he was nursing it. Never mind.
Cool. So, next map, Locker. I think the reason we haven't seen it so much is mostly due to the fact that it's very well played out in certain teams' favors. Some teams are extraordinarily good at it. You look at maybe Dignitas to an extent. You look at, you know, UMAP back in the day who broke Fnatic's kind of reign on it. It can be a very, not one-sided map, but it can be a very decisive map in who picks it up. So it doesn't allow for as much swing in this or as much sway. But I think Dignitas have got a good shot in this one. It's still a very close game. PyRoGEN looking on point, looking sharp there towards the end of the game, and looking pretty decisive. Even though they got taken fairly low, it was already a done deal.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, they had a valiant effort at the end, but it doesn't really matter unless you can do that through the entire game here. And, you know, Locker coming into this, who do you think it favors, at least in your opinion? Because, like I said, it was PyRoGEN's choice, but I want to say that Dignitas kind of knew this would happen, that it would be picked up, considering the vetoes that they went with.
I don't think it favors to anyone in this matchup. Maybe Dignitas to a point. The way PyRoGEN played them was very smart, but I'm not sure if they can play the unorthodox game that we know they can. We'll see off the very start, though.
All right, well, we'll be getting underway here in just a few. I believe they're going to restart one more time, and we'll be able to go for this one. And right now, I can't believe that. Oh, it actually is live. Okay, so we'll be getting this one off here in just a few. And I honestly can't believe that Dignitas kind of lost that first map. I don't want to sound biased, but I expected them to just stomp PyRoGEN with at least the way they were playing earlier on. And either way, they're able to really do quite well here. And we see, you know, some FAMASs obviously used here, a couple of muzzle breaks,
all
couple
the
of ergo grips. Well, I mean, it is the best right now.
AEK weeps at your statement. But yes, PyRoGEN will be starting out on the US side. The Russian side will be Dignitas, and straight away Benny in the perfect position does get 2 quick kills, but Sneaky comes around the side, dealt with by Hexus, and that gives PyRoGEN a big bit of control of this map very early on. Quite normal to see them picking up this sort of setup, but the kills to go to with it really work in their favor. Brilliant play from Hexus, actually continuing a bit of a spree and really locking down that C position with his teammates now.
Yeah, he is, and it's going to be hard to really take back, though. Dignitas are already in position over towards the B flag here. As Hexus is still trying to maintain control on outside, so they're trying to go for the A-B hold that we typically see teams, you know, kind of do in this map, forcing the team play from outside to come in, and it's really, really difficult to do that when the other team's really set up here. And Sticky will spot the man out. Won't get the kill, though. Won't get the kill onto Melisium. It looks like Jerk or someone will be there to back him up in just a few seconds. But look at this. Jaquili coming from the backside of A, playing that one very smart, very smooth. And they do secure that 2-1. So Dignitas, strong start so far. But PyRoGEN can't cut them out, obviously.
No, not after the way they played it very early on initially. And you can see that PyRoGEN are in a great position to actually pick up, be there in a far superior position than Dignitas, hence why Dig are just being pretty much wiped out there, and no one had gone out to see from Dignitas. Absolutely no one. They've had to maintain these two here, which is understandable, to watch the cross towards A, but them not reinforcing C and picking it up while they had the complete advantage and they got themselves here was a little bit of a mistake, I feel, from them, and I'm not sure if that's going to really come back to haunt them later, but it's certainly hurting their tickets.
Definitely is. 135 to 126 here. PyRoGEN able to get the CB hold, but that C hold is actually kind of turning in favor of Dignitas here. But Wallow going for the flank, as there's 2 men on the side of PyRoGEN here. That actually could be really critical on who takes this one, as the flag actually just going to be neutralized. It's going to be back to 1-on-2. Wallow looking for that one man that he knows is there. He's being shot from the back. We'll drop straight on top of him. We'll pick up the kill, and that will be back to a 1-2 hold, still in favor of PyRoGEN, though, because they were able to execute the strategy at A and pick it up.
Yeah, and a nice little back spawn for Dig as well. They do get a chance to get towards B. 2 players down there. Echo, the only one really close from PyRoGEN, looking for a way through, trying to find a little bit of a route to take, and he does find Frantic, so that's alleviated some of the pressure. He's got support from Melisium, who now knows where to be spatting these nades out to and trying to make the challenge. He does take down one. That's Frantic gone, but is there any more to be found? Revive comes in, and well, right now, PyRoGEN, they could be getting a really good start here.
And Dignitas are still getting a back spawn yet again at this B flag. And I hate to say it, but I don't think there's enough men by PyRoGEN to really defend onto that. But they do have 2 men on the outside. They're actually going for the C flag here in just a few seconds, so switching things up. But they only have a couple of men alive here, and if Dignitas are quick enough, they could hit that A flag. But they're playing a little bit slow, playing a little bit passive here. Not really knowing exactly where everyone is. They don't have the information, but they pick up 3 quick kills, and that should most definitely be A going in their favor. I don't think there's much that Hexus can really do about the A cap, and we get a couple of respawns in. Ikaho going to be coming in with the teammate. Oh, actually not pick up that first kill. He will be taken down with the 1-for-1 trade. Dignitas finally able to get the 2-1 back. So let's see how they can work with this here, though.
Yeah, I kind of want to hear how it's going, because it's a very fast-paced game right now.
On B.
Spawning here for
Spawn on the big guy. They're coming link, I think. Where?
Yeah, square.
Behind A.
One in link got me.
Watching link. Lab. 1 down store. 2 on A.
I didn't square.
I'm still on A. I'm still behind A.
4 seconds.
Where's 2 on A at least.
Square dead.
1 is on lab.
Go for P lane now, sensor.
Yeah.
Okay, control of middle.
I'm ready. Oh, 1 minute. He's dead. Okay, ready?
Go.
Ready?
Go.
Go.
Okay.
1 down. One is still behind A. Go B.
Press
Go
it.
B.
Might have gone link or so.
Yeah, he's in the link. He's in the glitch. Like a hole.
Yeah, one go for bigger.
I'm pushing him.
I'm dead.
One square, one square, one square, one square. I need help, B.
Fucking hell, 2.
Shit.
They're coming link soon.
Yeah, I'm dead, I'm dead.
One alone,
on B,
eh?
one on B.
Got one trade.
I'm taking. We got
No,
B
it
random.
shot me from somewhere else.
They're
I
last.
see him still.
I'm came from a sensor.
One still top B, top B.
We lost A. Go for C if you can. Or take middle.
Top B still?
Yeah. And they got a
Secure.
beacon.
Yeah, B first.
They're on B flag.
All right, so some interesting conversation there between the Dignitas, obviously, and they still are down about 20 tickets. They're actually almost about to get 2 capped here, as they do have the rest of PyRoGEN pushing towards the B flag. The tri-cap actually going to be coming in, and this is going to be really dire straits inside Dignitas. They're going to be able to actually take B back here in just a few seconds. They're immediately starting to push towards A, maybe towards C, but they get shut down on that outside push, and they're trying to hit A yet again. One man coming in through sensors, as you heard them saying it before. And Shakili, well, he will get shut down, as well as Wallow and PyRoGEN. They are playing like the PyRoGEN we saw back in Season 1.
Yeah, they really are. This is what I was saying earlier. You anti-strat and you work out teams that you expect to do well. ESC, I don't want to disrespect who they are, but you wouldn't put them on the same par as Dignitas, for example. So you're seeing a fully aware PyRoGEN. Right now they are struggling to break through here. Melicium finally goes down to a nade after being static for so long, and you can imagine the calls right now as soon as they start streaming go, 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 go to make that execution towards A. They get caught in the heels though. One player sits in the corner. Oh my word, Flash and Ikaho doing the damage, and now Flash with a little bit more free reign and 99 tickets in their favor. PyRoGEN, what a perfect game so far.
Yeah, fantastic, and they're honestly keeping this going. You see Flasher 12-6, probably not 12-7, 11-6 for Ikaho. And you have 7-8 for, you know, at least one person down there with Benny. And, you know, on Dignitas' side, there's only one man really stepping up, and that's Wallow. 13-9 as he picks up about 2 kills right there. Introducing Melicium return, at least on a frantic and sneaky pick up the 2 himself. But A is left open, and Flasher is immediately rotating from outside back towards this A flag here. He realizes he needs to get there as quick as possible. Respawn's coming in, and Dignitas are actually splitting up. They're going for a 3-man push on the A and a 2-man push on the outside at C here. And let's see which one's really going to pull this one off, because right now, Dignitas, they need the 2 cap back.
They definitely do, and I want to hear how it's going for PyRoGEN on the comms. Last time, clear, but slightly, let's say, wound up. But let's find out right now.
Bougez. Au spot, les gars. Benny, passez.
Il y en a 2, il y en a 2. Il y en a 2
Au spot, les gars.
Je regarde Snake,
Ok.
Snake 2, moins.
Regarde le point.
Je suis en lance, les gars. Je suis sur B.
6, encore
Encore
un.
un Snake.
Un qui arrive, petit couloir. Je le prends, petit couloir. Bien joué.
Encore un petit coup.
Je suis sur B.
Snake.
Je vais le prendre, ça.
Et je suis bloqué.
Et 2 petits couloirs, faites gaffe. Un portique. Merde. 2 petits couloirs et un portique. Vas-y, à fond, va sur C direct. Va sur C.
Derrière,
Va sur C, tu prends la ligne.
Well, that is a very pumped up PyRoGEN. You can see as to why 91-12. What a brilliantly played out game right now. And Dignitas are trying to fight for scraps, really. Finally having a chance here, but in no position to really hold it. And so only one man was even near A on this position. It will be sneaky. Wahlberg coming up to try and help, but I think they know they're in trouble here as the rest of the push comes in from PyRoGEN. 8 tickets left for the Russian side, or the Finnish side, actually, of Dignitas, who are now going to struggle to get back into this. It could even have been a trip cap to end it. 4 tickets remain, 88 on a half. That is something you've got to be proud of. After such a dominating performance before, to turn it around and be able to pick up scorelines like that is incredible.
That is actually very impressive by them. And they chose this map, so we're expecting them to play well. And this has to be one of the maps I guess they were working on, just like ESC was working on going to Railway. I talked to them after their game, and they prepared for it. They're going to use it right now because, you know what? They want to be the first team to qualify through Group B, and they want to be the team that doesn't have to play Fnatic.
Yeah, that's the big thing here. They've got to be avoiding the matchups really if they can. But I want to point out every single player really performed then from PyRoGEN. From the 15-7 like Ikaho and Melicium to the 15-8, and then down towards even the bottom 11-9, Benny. Very well played out. And well, Dignitas just never seemed in control. They constantly seemed slightly behind. And I worry that this is near on over for them.
That's a good point. I mean, 88 tickets on Operation Locker. That's not easy to come back from. I'm trying to think of a map that's harder to come back from a bigger deficit, and I honestly can't really think of any. Like, this one is very tough to really pull back because there's so many ways to hit so many of the sites. Not to mention that C flag can be, well, heavily in your favor or heavily against you, depending on how you really work with it here. And PyRoGEN, obviously, they took a high amount of value in it. They start with, a high amount of value. And we saw a lot of teams, during the groups, they didn't really care too much about it. They're more focused on the A and B hold. And, PyRoGEN, maybe they're a little bit ahead of the meta, and we're actually, definitely focusing on it.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes for them. I think one of the players just has to restart their client. So we can kind of talk over, excuse me, what worked and what didn't. And, well, for Dignitas, they were never in control of the pace. You look at their last couple of games. When they're good, they're in control, they're leading, they have a plan, they have that good start. This time around, they didn't have a good start. They got completely locked out. And they just struggled to find a way back in. These constant static positions that PyRoGEN play really caught them off guard, whether it be in corridor by A or snake, as the French team call it. Or there's so many different spots that PyRoGEN were just using in static that just caught them out every single time, which was worrying. Eventually they fell back to picking up the nade kills and doing the damage that way, but this is a huge ticket deficit to even consider getting over. And you can see why PyRoGEN are getting so pumped up for this, because they're on the verge of getting themselves into the semi-finals now.
Yeah, and it's a thing to repeat our performances from last season would be even more important for them. And there's something else that I saw, at least I think Dignitas didn't do well, was their attacks onto the A site. We obviously heard them a couple of times. They're like, all right, guys, go, go, go. And they would get shut down multiple times. I saw, I think, 1 or maybe 2 that really succeeded, but 2 out of about 10 isn't enough. That's only 20% of the time you're going to get the A cap here. And PyRoGEN are able to defend the flags that Dignitas are attacking. But I believe we're getting underway here in just a few seconds. We're going to obviously have the side swap. PyRoGEN over on the Russian side, and Dignitas over on the US. And I really wonder if Dignitas is actually going to send 3 or 4 men straight towards that A flag and contest right away.
Well, if there's any time for Dignitas to step up, it will be right now. We are seconds away to finding out if Dignitas can take this further, or if it's PyRoGEN going through to those semi-finals. So let's get on board and see what's going down. I think Dignitas are going to go for a very aggressive start, and I think that PyRoGEN know it as well. Benny's already waiting this one out. The nades are coming through, and right now fire comes in. It's going to be Sneaky getting one, but Benny and Melissa racking up the kills. This is not a good start for Dignitas. They're already in dire straits. They're struggling to even get out towards C. The battle continues. Sneaky just about one out there with Juquili in the end. But still, they need to get onto A pretty damn fast, and they're struggling. Not sold on this.
Again, 3 men pushing through, got shut down, and that is Jerk coming in from the backside, though, looking for some kills. He picked up 2, looking for number 3. He will get it. And it didn't really bait his teammates, but in the end, it worked for them. They were able to get the hold onto A, but in the meantime, now they have to depend on these respawns back at the B flag. They will have enough there, as Flasher are going to be coming in from the side eventually here in just a few seconds. But B still being contested by both sides right now, but it will be going in PyRoGEN's favor. They have the 2-1, but they are still dropping 1 by 1 here.
Yeah, Dignitas looking for a way through now. They have A, they're eyeing up B. They had the players there, but they're spreading very thin. They're going for a triple cap. They're not trying to hold an extended time. They're going for everything they can.
This is very dangerous right now, too, for them, because obviously we've seen so many times today and in the past how quickly a triple cap can be turned against you, and you can actually get triple capped back. And right now, we do see, looks like PyRoGEN going to be pushing in towards the A flag. They're looking for the kills here. They have been able to pick up quite a few, so they will get the A hold. But right now, they have a random respawn towards the outside at C, so if they actually win that one, they can actually pull off a triple if they really need to. But looks like Dignitas going to be holding on a couple of spawns. Maybe they'll actually send people towards C in the meantime. But right now, I mean, Dignitas looking like they're high on energy, but they have not that many tickets to work with. That's the problem.
No, they really don't. If Dignitas, the US side on your screens, drop below 88, they are out and done pretty much, at least for today's games. Frantic does wait for the site to be picked up and then move in for the retake. Smartly done. Reinforcements now given over towards mid. Juquili comes across, does find Benny. Dives back out, and this seems a bit more like Dignitas controlling the pace here. This is more like we know. They've worked and chipped away at the defense, and they're gonna have to make a move because that random respawn's gonna come in to bite them in the arse if they don't make a push. And here we go, finally make their way in, but they need to make this one stick because C is looking vulnerable now.
It is, and right now B will be capped over A in the meantime as well for Dignitas. And the C push actually shut down here, so now we're going to see Dignitas be on the defense at the A flag. We saw how damn strong PyRoGEN was on it And I'm hoping to see Dignitas do the same over here. Comes the push into Quickly, gonna spot the first 3 men. Will be taken now without getting a single one here. Now it's left to the hands of Jerk here, trying to hold on. We'll pick up the first one. We'll get naded down to about 7 HP. But I imagine he's not gonna live much longer as that second nade comes in, cleans him up, and that will be a BA hold. To remember, 88 tickets is that threshold, and they're only 40 tickets away from that.
Yeah, I want to really quickly tune in with LDLC here because they are so damn close. Let's see how they're doing.
Je relance.
Z. 2. Vas-y,
Il y en a deux, il y en a deux, il y en a deux.
Nice ça. Va sur attaque, je spawn sur toi, je m'en occupe.
Ok.
Non, je spawn sur A, il y en a un qui s'occupe de lui.
Portique.
Attention avec CC. Attention avec CC.
Oh, encore un mid.
Encore un mid,
il y en a un mid, il décale à droite là, flash.
Benny, prends le petit couloir, Benny. Benny, j'ai une meilleure ligne que toi.
Il est plongé, 8 HP.
Oh, nice. Bien joué.
Vas-y, safe le C, je spawn.
Regarde derrière toi, Mali.
As you said, those tickets are getting pretty damn close now. 112 to 88, and you can see how pumped up and how into this PyRoGEN are. They are looking like they're ready to win this game, and at the moment, that 2-1 hold in their favor is certainly looking like they're going to do it if they keep this one up.
And is being challenged out, at least at the A flag. I just see Elysium just kind of swing around from the side, trying to maybe catch him off guard here as even Dignitas getting the respawns in. They have been able to take down at least one man, but look at that, the kills coming in. They do finally lock this one down here, but immediately PyRoGEN are at the B flag, and we are now so damn close. We're 13 tickets away here from Dignitas being knocked down into the losers bracket here, and PyRoGEN advancing on further into the playoffs tomorrow. But right now, Dignitas, they have to do something, and it seems like the chances of them taking this back get slimmer and slimmer every time one man does die. Obviously, it does, but not to mention the morale within the team. They have to be kind of getting down themselves at this point.
Yeah, they're feeling the pinch. They're going to pick up C, which is pretty damn good. They've got a good couple of plays in a good spot here, but as you said, those tickets are so low, they'd have to be keeping a constant 2-1, couple of trip caps. We know they can do it, but I think they're in a position where it's going to become very, very difficult. Jerk's found 2, however, which is a good start towards this. They need to be careful to stop giving the back respawns to PyRoGEN. That's a big downfall right now, and it looks like Pyro are building up to that final push because Dignitas are getting fairly aggressive there. Juquili just dances back. Elysium needs to get the HP back on his side. He's struggling for it. The breakthrough has happened, however. Wahlberg gets taken down. Benny's coming through. Only a couple of tickets now remain. The kills coming out, costing Dignitas everything. This is surely going to be it. One more man stands, couple of respawns, but it's too little too late for these guys. They know it's over, but they're going to have to refocus, rethink everything that happened in this game and look towards tomorrow, because right now PyRoGEN are the team who've done the job. They deserve all the praise in the world in the way they just played.
Yeah, fantastic. It's so night and day between them versus ESC and now them versus Dignitas. I mean, you see the faces. They are so pumped up for that one. Coming out of, I guess we coined the group of death because that was the most stacked group we've had so far. And yet they flew by Dignitas. I mean, they struggled with ESC, which we could obviously, look at the anti-strat that you're talking about. Maybe they're prepared for Dignitas more.
This is what I mean. It's when you underestimate teams, that's when it can bite you in the arse pretty much. And I think that's what they did. I don't think they played to expect that from ESC, but Dignitas, you can never underestimate those guys. You always have to focus on what they can achieve and what they can do as a collective. And when you do that, when you work out their strengths, their weaknesses, you exploit it to your best ability. You do everything you can in prep. You watch those VODs back. You go over nades, you go over gameplay, you go over positions, execution, timing, every single factor that may give you an edge. And right then, PyRoGEN, they pretty much did it. They looked strong, they looked ready, and they're in a good spot going forward in tomorrow's games, as long as ESC don't make it through with them.
Yeah, that may make things a little bit different here. But now, I mean, we're looking at this. It's ESC, Meet Your Makers coming up tomorrow. That game is going to be really interesting as well. And obviously, Meet Your Makers. Game. Yeah, and we pointed something out earlier on, and we mentioned, I think, before we went on air, Safe was just really quiet. And I don't think if he's like that again, that they're going to advance on through. They need his voice within the team to pump them up. And obviously, ESC, they have the chance to look at this. I think they're actually back at the gaming house now, preparing, playing some games, really getting, focused into this one because they didn't make it out of groups last time, and they definitely want to this time.
Yeah, they've got to kind of rethink things, focus up, and try and work things through. I don't know what to make of today's games to an extent because it's been so like, well, okay, logically, if this team beat this team, they should beat this team. Nothing has happened like that. Nothing at all. It's been completely backwards. Dignitas then just looked like a shadow of their former selves, sadly.
Yeah.
PyRoGEN, however, looking like they wanted to prove a point. and they're looking like ESC they underestimated, which is a flaw more than anything, which they can rectify. And if they ever come up against that situation, don't you dare lose a second of concentration, and they become the PyRoGEN that we know they can be.
All right, well, right now we're going to head over to Red Eye, who has an interview with Ikaho, talk to the first winners of Group B.
Thank you very much. Yes, with Mr. PyRoGEN, as I'm going to call him from now on. Congratulations, fabulous win yet again. Feels like deja vu this a bit, you know? Deja vu, good French word. It's like you've been here before, everything's working really well. You played a fantastic team in Dignitas. What was the main difference between you two?
I think that the main difference was our rush. We really managed to work fine on our rush, and everything went well, so that's the main reason.
So the plans, all that you had before, just worked out? Being aggressive on map 1, for instance, all worked really well?
Yeah. Plus, we played aggressive maps, so everything worked fine.
Okay, Locker it's not their best map, and so when you won the first map, were you guys really confident about map 2?
Yeah, of course, our morale raised, and so when the morale is up, everything goes okay.
And you're very calm, you're always calm, but it seems like the whole team were pretty calm as well.
Well, I wouldn't say that, because, we were shouting and stuff like that, just, to give something more and win this, and that was incredible.
So you're through to the semi-finals yet again, second season in a row. You've avoided Fnatic, which is probably a good thing right now because they look very good. Can you go on and win this thing? Are you looking at the final already, or are you trying not to get too carried away?
At least we hope so, but we won't say victory too fast, because that's not made yet. So we'll work again and try to win this, of course.
Okay. Any particular preference for the team that you play in the semi-final? We're going to see their games tomorrow.
I don't know. I would like to play Epsilon.
You would like to play Epsilon?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bit of rivalry going on?
More friendship relations.
Okay. Right. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations today. We'll see you tomorrow in the semi-final. There we go then. It's Team LDLC PyRoGEN who are into our semi-final, our second team to go through. Let's take a look at the bracket right now, and you'll see them in the gold spot. They are ready to go through to the semi-final. So, they are through. Fnatic are also through in Group A, but we still have 2 spots remaining in the lower brackets of both Group A and Group B. So make sure you tune back in at the same time tomorrow for more action from ESL 1 in Cologne. For now, though, it's good night. Thanks for tuning in.